Okay, have a good day. So before we start, I would like to introduce myself. I'm Sir Jamson. I will be your math teacher for today. So our topic for today is all about ratio and proportion. So unahin po muna natin yung tinatawag po nating ratio. When we say ratio, subtraction form can be expressed in simplest form by dividing the numerator and the denominator by a common factor or tinatawag po natin GCF. So for example, 8 8 current asset out of 24 total assets. Pag may word problem po tayo, first thing that we need to do is to analyze the problem first, then proceed po tayo sa pinaka-solution po natin. Dahil una po muna natin gagawin, hahanapin po muna natin yung ratio po natin. So, we need to denote our word problem into ratio in three different ways. In word, in column, and in fraction form. So, unahin po muna natin in word. So, first answer po natin is 8 is to 24. Ibig sabihin, gumagamit po tayo ng word na is to. Then, pag colon naman po, ibig sabihin, gumagamit po tayo ng colon. Then, fraction po yung given po natin. So, 8 colon 24, then 8 over 24. So, another example, 3 male employees out of 12 total employees. So, in the word po, we can denote as 3 is to 12. In colon, we can denote as 3 colon 12. Then in fraction 4, we can denote as 3 over 12. So a ratio in fraction form can be expressed in simplest form by dividing the numerator and denominator by a common factor or tinatawag po nating GCF. So pag may common factor po sila, we need to divide the numerator and the denominator. For example, 8 over 24. So 8 is divisible by 8, then 24 is divisible by 8. So we need to divide 8 by 8 is equal to 1. Then 24 divide 8 is equal to 3. So our answer, it will be 1 over 3. Okay po? Pag pwede pa po natin siya i-simplify, i-simplify pa po natin siya. Pero pag hindi na po pwedeng i-simplify, yun na po yung final answer po natin. So another example, letter B, 3 over 12. So, alamin po muna natin GCF po natin. So, our GCF is equal to 3 or the greatest common factor. So, 3 is divisible by 3. Then, 3 is divisible by 12. So, we need to divide our numerator and the denominator by 3. So, 3 divide 3 is equal to 1. Then, 12 divide 3 is equal to 4. So, sabi ko nga po kanina, we can express the following ratio in three different ways. So, in fraction, in colon, and in by words. So, in fraction po, 8 over 5. Then, in colon naman po, 8 colon 5. Then, in word naman po, 8 is to 5. So, next, clear po muna natin yung drawing natin sa taas. So, for example, number 1, we have a word problem. So, first thing that we need to do is to analyze the problem first, then proceed po tayo sa pinaka-solution po natin. Dahil hinahanap po natin is ratio lang po, yun lang po yung gagawin po natin. So, example number 1, if one store has 360 items and another store has 100 of the same items, we need to express the ratio of the items. So, express natin siya in three different ways. So, in fraction po, 360 over 100. Then, in colon naman po, 360 is to 100. Then, in word naman po, 360 is to 100. So, then, pag naka-fraction po tayo, alamin po natin kung ano po yung pinaka-GCF nila, or greatest common factor. So, the greatest common factor of 360 and 100 is equal to 20. So, we need to divide our numerator and the denominator by 20. So, 360 divide 20 is equal to 18. Then, 100 divide 20 is equal to 5. Then, our final answer, it can be 18 over 5 or 18, 18 colon 5 or 18 is to 5. So, another example para maunawaan po natin. Example number 2. John earns 3,500 a week. His take-home pay is 2,950. So we need to express in ratio. So in fraction form po, 3,500 over 2,950. In colon naman po, 3,500 colon 2,950. Then in word naman po, 3,500 is to 2,950. Okay po. Then gagamitin po natin yung fraction form. Then pag ginamit po natin yung fraction form, hahanapin po natin yung pinaka-GCF. So we need to identify the larger number. You can divide both the values by or the GCF na tinatawag po natin in this example. So the GCF of 3,500 and 2,950 is equal to 50. Okay po. Then we need to divide the numerator and the denominator by 50. So 3,500 divide 50 is equal to 70. Then 2,950 divide 50 is equal to 59. So our final answer, it can be 70 over 59 or 70 colon 59 or 70 is to 59. So next example po natin. So kanina po, topic po natin is about ratio. So ngayon naman po, alamin po natin yung tinatawag po natin proportion. Pag sinabi po natin proportion, we need or the problem presented above are related to proportion. Ibig sabihin daw po, yung ratio daw is related to proportion. So, paano po natin malalaman kung yung given ratio po natin is a proportion? So, a proportion is a relation of two ratios. Ibig sabihin, gumagamit na po tayo dito ng dalawang ratio, which are similar in size, number, amount, and degree. It is the statement of equality between two ratios. That is when two ratios are equal, they are proportionate. Ibig sabihin daw po, pag yung ratio daw po natin dalawa ay equal sila sa isa't isa, tinatawag po natin siyang proportion. Pero pag hindi po sila equal sa isa't isa, automatic not proportion po yung sagot po natin. So if A over B and C over D are two equal ratios, then the statement A over B equal to C over D is called a proportion. Pero pag not equal po silang dalawa, tinatawag po natin siya not proportion. Okay po? Then we need to know the means and the extreme. The first and last term po natin, ito po yung tinatawag po natin extremes. Then yung second and third term po natin, ito po yung tinatawag po nating means po. Okay po? Yung nasa loob, ito po yung tinatawag mo the means. Yung nasa labas naman po, ito po yung tinatawag nating extreme, which is A and D. So A and D is the example of extreme and B and C is the example of means. Okay po? So kailangan daw po maging equal sila sa isa't isa. So for example, we need to determine whether the ratio are proportion or not proportion. Tulad ng sabi ko kanina, pag di po sila equal sa isa't isa, tinatawag po silang not proportion. Pero pag equal po sila sa isa't isa, tinatawag po natin siyang proportion. So for example number 1, 1 colon 4 is equal to 6 colon 24. So we need to multiply the extreme and the means. So 1 times 24 is equal to 24. Tama. Then 4 times 6 is equal to 24. Then our final answer, it can be 24 equal to 24. Yes or no? Pag equal po sila sa isa't isa, ibig sabihin po, proportion po yung given two ratios po natin. Pero pag hindi po sila nag-equal sa isa't isa, ibig sabihin, not proportion po sila. So another example, example number 2. So 7 colon 6 is equal to 14 colon 12. So we need to find the means and the extreme by simply multiplying the extreme and the means. So 7 times 12 is equal to 84. Then 6 times 14, which is the means, is equal to 84. Tama. So 84 is equal to 84. If yes, so our two ratios is a proportion. If not, So our two ratios is not a proportion. So another example, 8 is to 12 is equal to 9 is to 6. So we need to find the means and the extreme by simply multiplying it. So 8 times 6 is equal to 48. Then 12 times 9 is equal to 108. 48 is equal to 108, yes or no? So our answer is no. Ibig sabihin, yung ratio po natin is not a proportion. So 48 is not equal to 108. Okay po. So another example, 15 is to 25 is equal to 18 is to 30. So we need to find the means and the extreme by simply multiplying it. 15 times 30 is equal to 450. Then 25 times 18 is equal to 450. So 450 is equal to 450. If yes, so our answer is a proportion. If not, so our answer, it can be not proportion. So paano naman po pag may hinahanap po tayong given variable? So for example, we have example number 1, x colon 8 is equals to 12 colon 24. So meron na tayo dito variable na tinatawag. So we need to multiply it then. Gagawin din po natin ginawa po natin by simply multiplying the extreme and the means. 24 times x is equal to 24. Then 8 times 12 is equal to 96. Then we need to divide both sides by 24 to get the value of x. Okay po? So 24 x is equal to 96. Then divide both sides by 24. 24 x divide 24. Cancel po natin to. Then 96 divide 24 is equal to 4. So our final answer, it can be x is equal to 4. Okay po? Then another example po natin. So yung variable po natin, may kasama na po siyang constant, which is 3 po. So ganun lang din po yung gagawin po natin. We need to find the extreme and the means by simply multiplying it. So 5 times 45 is equal to 225. Then 3x times 15 is equal to 45. Then we need to find the value of x by simply divide it both side by 45. O yung kasama po ng x po natin, which is 45. So divide both sides by 45, 45x divide 45, cancel po natin to. Then 225 divide 45 is equal to 5. So our final answer, it can be x is equal to 5. Okay po. So paano naman po pag meron na tayong operation sa kasama ng variable po natin, which is x plus 1. So ganun lang din po yung gagawin po natin. Tulad po ng ginawa po natin kanina by simply multiplying it, the extreme and the means. So dito po para hindi po tayo malito, gagamit po tayo ng tinatawag po nating open and close parentheses. Okay po? So first, we need to multiply 6 times x plus 1. So it can denote as 6 multiplied by the quantity of x plus 1 is equal to 9 times 12. So 9 times 12 is equal to 108. Then 6 times 6 is equal to 6x. 6 times 1 is equal to 6. Okay po? Then we need to combine like terms. Ililipat po natin tong positive 6 sa kabila para maging negative. So yung positive 6, pag nilipat sa kabila, magiging negative 6. Then 108 minus 6 is equal to 102. Okay po? So magiging 6x is equal to 102. Then we need to find the value of x by simply divide it both side by 6. Or yung kasama ng x po natin, which is 6. So 6x divide 6, cancel po natin 6, matitira na lang po x. Then 102 divide 6 is equal to 17. So our final answer is 17. Okay po? By checking naman po, by simply substitute the value of x sa given operation po natin or sa given ratios po natin. Yung x po natin na nakuha, which is 17, ilalagay lang po natin sa pinaka given ratios po natin. For example, we have 8 plus 1 is to 12 is equal to 9 is to 6. So we need to substitute the given or the value of x, which is 17. So 17 plus 1 is to 12 is equal to 9 is to 6. So 17 plus 1 is equal to 18 is to 12 is equal to 9 is to 6. Then hanapin po natin yung extreme and the means, dapat mag-equal po sila or mag-proportion po sila. Pag di po sila nag-equal or not proportion po sila, ibig sabihin, mali po yung value ng x po natin. So 18 multiplied by 6 is equal to 108. Then 12 multiplied by 9 is equal to 108. So 108 is equal to 108. Ibig sabihin, tama po yung value ng x po natin. Ulitin ko po pag hindi po sila nag-equal, ibig sabihin mali po yung value ng x po natin. So last example po natin. 12 is to 9 is equals to 2a minus 3 is to 6. So we need to find the means and the extreme by simply multiplying it. So 12 times 6 is equal to 72, tama. So 9 times 2a minus 3. So 9 times the quantity of 2a minus 3 is equal to 9 quantity of 2a minus 3. So 9 times 2a is equal to 18a. Then 9 times negative 3 is equal to negative 27. Then we need to combine like terms. Ibig sabihin, lahat pa ng walang variable, pagsasamahin po natin, lahat pa ng may variable na magkaparehas, pagsasamahin din po natin. Dahil wala pong variable yung 27 po natin, or negative 27 po natin, ililipat po natin sa kabila, or sa 72. So, negative 27 po, pag nilipat po natin sa kabila, or transpose po natin sa kabila, magiging positive 27. So, we need to add 72 plus 27. So, 72 plus 27 is equal to 99. Okay po? Then, we need to find the value of A. So, by simply divided both sides by 18. So, 18A divide 18. So, cancel po natin is equal to A. The 99 divide 18 is equal to 5.5. By checking naman po, ganun lang din po yung gagawin po natin. By simply substitute the value of A, which is 5.5. So, our general ratios is equal to 12 is to 9 is equals to 2a minus 3 is to 6. So we need to substitute the value of a, which is 5.5. So magiging 12 is to 9 is equal to 2 times 5.5 minus 3 is to 6. So unahin po muna natin yung may parenthesis. 2 times 5.5 is equal to what? Ilan po? 11. 11 minus 3 is equal to 8. Tama po ba? Then our general ratio, it can be 12 is to 9 is equal to 8 is to 6. So we need to find the extreme and the means para malaman po natin kung tama po yung value ng variable po natin na A, which is 5.5. So 12 times 6 is equal to 72, then 9 times 8 is equal to 72. So ibig sabihin, tama po yung variable or yung variable po natin na A. Okay? So proportion can be used to solve a variety of words problem. It depends on how the problem is stated and what kind of proportion is presented. There are three kinds of proportion, namely direct proportion, indirect proportion, then partitive proportion. So first thing that we need to do is to know what is direct proportion. So ano nga po ba yung direct proportion na tinatawag? So pag sinabi po natin direct proportion, two variables, say x and y, varying such as x increase, y also increases, or as x decreases. Y also decreases proportionally. That is the ratio x over y is always the same. The same hold true with the ratios y over x. Okay po? So for example, para lalo po natin maintindihan. So 2 boxes of chocolate cost 180 pesos. How much do 7 boxes of chocolate cost? So alamin po natin yung presyo ng 7 boxes. So first thing that we need to do is to analyze the problem first, then proceed po tayo sa pinaka-solution po natin. So our solution, it can be the more the boxes, the higher the cost. 'Di ba? 'Di ba pag bumibili po tayo, pag mas marami po yung box na binili po natin or mas marami po yung item na bibilihin po natin, mas malaki po yung babayaran po natin or mas malaki po yung presyo ng babayaran po natin. So, ibig sabihin, both quantities are increasing. We have direct proportion. So, the ratios is equal to number of boxes over cost is always the same. So that is number of boxes over cost is equal to number of box over cost. So we need to substitute the given by simply 2 over 180 is equal to 7 over cost. Okay po. Ito po, given po yan ha. 2 boxes daw is equal to 180. Ito po yan. 2 boxes of chocolate cost 118. So we need to denote or we can write is it as a ratio po natin 2 over 180. Then pag 7 boxes naman po, alamin po natin kung magkano po yung babayaran po natin. So gagawin po natin cross multiplication. So 180 times 7, ito po. Then 2 times cost, ito po. So 180 divide 7 is equal to what? 180 divide 7? So 180 times 7 rather pala, times 7 is equal to 1,000. Lalagay ko dito para di po tayo malito. Is equal to 1,260. Divide po natin sa sa baba po natin 2 cost. Divide 2 cost. So 1,260 divide 2 is equal to 630 pesos. Ibig sabihin po, pag 7 boxes po yung binili po natin, yung presyo na po na babayaran po natin is equal to 630 pesos. Okay? So therefore, the cost of 7 boxes of chocolate is 630 pesos. Okay po? So next example po tayo. Example number 2. So, word problem ulit, we need to analyze the problem first, then proceed po tayo sa pinaka-solution po natin. If Trina works 20 hours, she earns 600 pesos. How much does she earn if he works 30 hours? So, lalagay po natin siya as proportion. So, 20 over 600, tama? Then 30 over X or pesos. Alamin po natin kung magkano po sa sasahurin niya sa loob ng 30 hours na pagtatrabaho daw po ni Trina. So by simply cross multiplication po natin, then we need to find the value of X or pesos or yung sasahurin po ni Trina sa loob ng 30 hours. So computein po muna natin yung Kumpitin po muna natin yung 600 multiply by 600 pesos. So, 30 times 600 pesos is equal to 18,000. Then divide to 20. Which is 20 hours multiplied by pesos or sa X po natin. So, para hindi po tayo mahirapan, disregard po muna natin yung word po natin na hours and pesos. Ilagay na lang po natin yung pinaka-variable po natin. So, 20 times X is equal to 20X. Tama. Then, 30 times 60 or 30 times 600 rather is equal to 18,000. Then, we need to divide it to 20 or divide both sides by 20 to get the value of X in pesos po. So, 18,000 divide 20 is equal to 900 pesos. Ibig sabihin daw po, yung sasahurin daw po ni Trina sa loob ng 30 hours is equal to 900 pesos. Okay po? So, thus Trina will earn 900 pesos if she works 30 hours in service. So, how about inverse proportion? Yung pangalawa na po, or indirect proportion yung tinatawag. So, two variables say X and Y, varying such as X increase and Y decreases, or as X decreases, Y increases proportionally. That is the product of X and Y is always the same. So, for example, we have 6 pipes are required to fill a tank in 1 hour and 20 minutes. So, tanong po natin, how long will it take if only 5 pipes of the same type are used? So, first thing that we need to do is to analyze the problem first, then proceed po tayo sa pinaka-solution po natin. So, para hindi po tayo mahirapan, gumawa po tayo ng table. So, our table, name of pipes, or number of pipes rather, is equal to 6 and 5. Okay po? Yung unang given po natin is 6 and 5. Nasa word problem po. Then, time po natin is equal to 1 hour and 20 minutes. Para hindi po tayo mahirapan, gawin na lang po natin parehas minutes. So, 1 hour is equal to 60 plus 20 minutes is equal, 60 minutes is plus 20 minutes is equal to 80 minutes. So, aalamin po natin kung ilang minutes po yung sa 5 pipes. So, by simply, cross multiplication po natin, 6 times 80 is equal to what? 6 times 80 is equal to 480. Then 5 times x is equal to 5x. So we need to divide both sides by 5 to get the value of x. Okay po? So 480, dahil 6 times 80 po natin is equals to 480 po yan. Lagay ko na lang po dito sa kabila para hindi po kayo malito. So 6 times 80 is equal to 480. Okay po. Then 5 multiplied by x is equal to 5x. Then we need to find the value of x by simply divide both sides by 5 po. So 480 divide 5 is equal to 96. So convert po natin siya into R. So ibig sabihin 96 minutes or 1 hour and 36 minutes. Okay po? So therefore, the number of pipes first ratio or the number of pipes second ratio is equal to the number of hours in second ratio and the number of hours in first ratio. So it can be denoted as 6 colon 5 is equal to x colon 18. Then we need to find the extreme and the means by simply multiplying it. So 5 times x, tulad ng ginawa ko po kanina, is equal to 5x. Then 6 times 80 is equal to 480. Then we need to divide both sides by 5 to get the value of x. Then we need to convert 96 minutes into R para malaman, para maging parehas po sa pinaka-word problem po natin. Sa word problem po natin, given po yung R and minutes. Okay po? So therefore, time taken to fill the tank by 5 pipes is 96 minutes or 1 hour and 36 minutes. Okay po? So another example, if 15 workers can build a wall in 48 hours, how many workers will be required to do the same work in 30 hours? So para hindi po tayo mahirapan, gawin na lang po natin, alamin po natin yung, or we need to analyze the problem first, then maglagay po tayo ng ratio and ng ratio po natin. So wait lang po. So 15, lagay po natin dito is to 48. Hirap magsulat ha. Is to 48 hours is equal to x, kasi aalamin po natin number of workers is to 30 hours. So we need to find the extreme and the means by simply multiplying it. So 48 times x is equal to 48. So balitan po natin ng color para makita niyo po. So 48x. Then 15 multiplied by 30 is equal to, lagay ko na lang dito sa taas, 720. Okay po. Then we need to find the value of x. So magiging 48x is equal to 720. Then to get the value of x by simply divided both sides by 48. So 48. So cancel po natin to. So x is equal to 24. Okay po? So, ganyan din po yung lalabas po dito. X is equal to 24 workers. Okay? Para hindi po tayo mahirapan. Then last, ano po natin? Partitive proportion. So, a whole is divided into more than two parts. So, for example, 40 liters of water is transferred into 3 containers. The ratios 1, 3 is to 4 or 1 is to 3 is to 4. How much water is in each container? So, gagawin po natin, we need to write this given. Then proceed po tayo sa pinaka-solution po natin. So, ganito lang po yan. Lalagyan nyo lang ng value ng x po yung tatlong ratio po natin. Okay? So, 40. Sulat ko na lang po. So, magiging 1x. Ito po, 1. Lagay po natin 1x. Wait lang po, ang pangat na sulat. 1x plus 3x plus 4x. Is equal to ilan daw liters? 40 liters. So we need to add all the given ratio, which is 1x plus 3x plus 4x is equal to 8x. Is equal to 40. Then we need to find the value of x by simply divided both sides by 8 po. Palitan natin ng kulay. So divide both sides by 8 to get the value of x. So cancel po natin to. So x is equal to 5. Okay po? Then we need to substitute the given value of x in our given ratio po natin. 1, 3, and 4. So kanina po, ginilagyan po natin siya ng variable which is x. So, dahil po yung tanong po dito, how much water in each container? So, pag 1 daw yung container po natin, ilang water daw yung malalagay po natin or ilang liters po. So, pag 1 po, ito po yung sagot niya is equal to 5. Then, pag tatlo naman po is equal to 15. Then, pag apat naman po is equal to 20. By simply substitute the value of x which is 5. So, 1 times 5 is equal to 5. 3 times 5 is equal to 15. Then, 4 times 5 is equal to 20. So, 5 plus 15 plus 20 is equal to 40. Diba? 5 times 15 plus 20 is equal to 40 liters. Okay? So, container number 1 or proportion 1 is equal to 1 multiplied by 5 liters, which is yung value ng x po natin, is equal to 5 liter it. In it. Container number 2 or third proportions is equal to 3 times 5 liter is equal to 15 liter in it. Then our third container, which is our per ratio, proportion pala rather, is equal to 4 times 15 times 5 liters rather, is equal to 20 liter in it. Okay po? Then last example po natin. Suppose that 2,700 2,700,000 is to be allocated for sale department, marketing department, and advertising department. So, meron tayong tatlong ratio. Yung ratio daw ng tatlo na po na yun is 2:3:4. So, gagawin po natin, hatiin po natin yung 2,700,000 pesos sa tatlong department, which is sales department, marketing department, then advertising department. So tulad ng ginawa po natin kanina, gaya lang din po yung gagawin po natin. Lalagyan po natin ng X yung mga ratio po natin. So magiging 2. Lagyan po natin ng 2x plus 3x plus 4x is equal to 2,700,000 pesos. Okay? Then we need to add the following given ratio. So 2x plus 3x plus 4x is equal to 9x. So 9x is equal to 2.7 million. Then we need to find the value of x by simply divided both sides by 9. So cancel po natin to. X is equal to 300,000. Then para malaman po natin kung magkano po ibibigay po natin sa iba't ibang department, we need to substitute the value of x, which is 300,000 pesos. So, unang department po natin, ano daw po yung unang department? Sales department po natin, we need to substitute the value of x, which is 300,000 pesos. So, 2 times 300,000 pesos is equal to 600,000 pesos. Then, second department po natin, advertising department, 3 times 300,000 pesos is equal to 900,000 pesos. Then, the last department po natin, 4 multiplied by 300,000 pesos is equal to 1,200,000 pesos. Okay? So, that's our lesson for today. Goodbye. God bless and keep safe.